Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready for an incredible episode tonight. We are beyond excited to have him welcome the wonderful king of sales, Jeffrey Gitomer himself, to the Cynthia Manion Show. If you don't know him, you should. He is a New York Times best-selling author with iconic titles like The Little Red Book of Selling and The Sales Bible. He's a game changer in the world of sales with over 40 years of experience. And I actually have most of his books and use them as Bibles. It is amazing. Helps people succeed in business and salespeople to move up to the next level. With more than 2,500 presentations delivered globally, Jeffrey is known for his energetic, no nonsense at all, approach to teaching, sales, personal development, and success mindset. He's worked with some of the biggest companies out there, coaching sales teams to achieve incredible results. And he's here to share his valuable insights with us tonight and what's next on the horizon, which we all want to jump on, AI. Please join me in welcoming the one, the only Jeffrey Gitomer.
Well, thank you. Hold your applause till the end, please.
There he is. No, just throw money. So we met many years ago when I was still selling copiers. Well, actually, I still am. I am a consultant now. And I went to see you at Outreach, Outback. Hi, Eric B. Filori. Eric is going to put up some pictures. And Jeffrey does the best masterminds and has the best speakers in the best locations. And we had a ball. Here we are actually in Charlotte. We got Jill Walls, Ken Walls, Jen, the Queen of Sales, Jamie. Who's that gentleman? Me and Doug Wing, and I apologize. And he is did a very nice speech there and was teaching us new things. Keep going. Here we are. Look at this. It was beautiful. This was Florida. I think Saratoga, Florida. Is that where we were?
I can't remember.
Mastermind.
No, I'll tell you where it was. It was St. Pete Beach.
St. Pete Beach. It was a lovely place for mastermind. So you can go, not only do you get all your people coming, it sort of becomes a vacation. Here we are in New Orleans, as a matter of fact. So you have a new location, you have a new adventure, you're bringing them in almost like it's vacation, and you get to learn something new and have speakers and eat beautiful meals. Here we are enjoying a beautiful meal. Joe Soto's in there, Lene, Wyatt Woodsmall. And there we are in Isle of Palms. This is one of his book seminars. Jeffrey also helps with books. I've got 2 books out now. You know, you got to get started to play, and then you can get your books out. And then we have us at the beach in very cool t-shirts. What was that one say?
That's that was organized something.
Accelerator, mastermind, because these were all pros making their numbers, doing their thing, and we are ready for the next level. And now we're really ready for the next level with Jeffrey Gitomer. Let's go.
Good evening, everybody. I'm relaxing here in Charlotte, North Carolina, with my friend Cynthia, and I think that it's important for you to understand that the world of sales is changing in a way that it will never go back to the way it was, ever. You probably get a half a dozen emails a week with something about AI, artificial intelligence. You actually probably get, oh, hey, Eric, you probably actually get more than that. You probably get 6 emails a day about something AI. Someone's offering you some kind of stuff and somebody's whatever, and you get a deal, and you don't really realize what it is because they still don't realize what it is. And you go on ChatGPT and you think you're doing yourself a favor, and you get the same answer that 10,000 other people get. And then you send it to your customer and they go, 3 people just sent me this. And you don't look very original when that kind of thing happens. And I want to make sure that I can help you with those rumors tonight. So if you have questions that you want to ask, you can throw them in the chat. But I'm going to talk to you about the 2 sides of AI. One is open source and the other is proprietary. If you go to an open source like Copilot or Claude or ChatGPT or ChatGPT 4, but if it's ChatGPT 100, it's still you have the same info that everybody else has. And that is no bueno. Unless you fully realize that when you get this information, you have to customize it for yourself. So you don't, on the open source side of AI, it's not an answer, it's just a tool. And you have to use that tool to better yourself, or better your customers, or better your wallet, or whatever you're trying for. But you can't use it as gospel. You have to use it in proportion to what it actually is. It's an answer in a major database, and you have no way of knowing if it's right or not, because they guarantee you in their limitations statement on their own website that there's no source of truth. I'm going to show you that in a little bit when I share my slides. But it's important for you to understand that at the moment, all the people that claim to be AI gurus are not, including me. I just happen to be in the right place, and I'm on the proprietary side of AI, not on the public side. And I got there on accident. I'm on the right side. You have to determine how you're going to use it. But if you put your stuff into an AI platform, even if they tell you it's private, that's bullshit. Because the minute you put your answer out there, it goes into their hopper. No bueno.
No bueno.
What people do is preserve your copyright, preserve your trademarks, preserve your brand, preserve your position, and preserve your intellectual property. And they don't really care. They just want everything you've got. And they're willing to go suck everything out of the internet in order to be able to make it happen.
Scary. What can we do to prevent that? Protect ourselves?
There's really not a lot in this time you can do about it. I want you to think about it. In the old days, there was a Napster program where you could get all kinds of music for free.
Mm-hmm.
And then they said, oh, you can't do that anymore. And now Napster is no longer there, but Spotify is there. And you have to pay for Spotify. And that's part of how this transition will occur. I'm not saying that AI is in any way bad or dangerous. I'm just saying it is what it is. Just know what it is so that when you're playing, you know, there's a price that you pay. And the price is loss of your intellectual properties, copyright, and acknowledgement. ChatGPT is not going to acknowledge you as the source. Once you understand that, you can play. And if you don't want it to not acknowledge you, then don't put your stuff there. It's just that simple. By the way, once it's there, tough shit. They have it forever. Let me make sure I got this right. I'm going to try to share my slides, Cynthia.
And meanwhile, we'll say hi to Kevin and Joaquin. Hi to Joaquin. Don't you miss him? Gregory Sneed, hi. Yep, it must be AI. Gregory wants to know why you get to wear a Brooklyn shirt. And there's Bradley.
I wear a Brooklyn shirt because my mother is from Brooklyn, and I'm doing this in honor of her. Aww. That's fair enough, isn't it?
It's good. We take it. Moms love that. I'm a mom.
All right, so let's go to this one right here. Yeah. I'm going to play this on full screen so you can see it easily. There we go, play. AI is the elephant that is not in the room. Be aware that what you're doing is not enough with respect to what's going on in the AI world as well. Got it?
Got it.
And I think that it's important for you to understand. Okay. Oh, crap.
It's not your room yet.
I apologize.
Okay. We're going to say hi to Grace. Thank you, Grace, for joining us. We got Jeffrey Gitomer here, the king of sales. He wrote the Little Red Book. Also got me to go live with Ken Walls. And here we are, live.
Where the F is this? I'll try this. I'm going to share this big screen and then go here. Okay. So the elephant that is not in your room yet, it will be.
We don't see it.
You don't see my, do you see my screen or no?
Nope. We see the Cynthia Manion show black.
Well, what WTF? See, that's why I don't like StreamYard. It doesn't understand shit. Hold on, let me see what I can do.
But meanwhile, you work on that for a second, and I'll let people know. Let's see, you've got the little red book of selling, the little black book of connections, the little gold book of attitude.
Can you see it now?
No, sir. Yes, we got it. We're back. Been around for only 30 years, but the last 2 or 3 are your.
Okay. You've only known about it for the last 3 years, but it's been there for 30 years. And the question is not, how do I use it? Your question should be, how do I monetize it?
And you're going to tell us. We want to know.
Where's the money?
Mm-hmm.
And AI, in my opinion, is no longer an option. So the question is, will I be replaced by AI? And the answer is no. But salespeople who use AI will replace salespeople who do not use AI. That's the real answer. But AI has many facets: artificial intelligence, actual intelligence, authentic intelligence, and accurate intelligence. And you have to have all of those in order to be able to proceed in a winning way. So here's the present reality. A lot of noise, a lot of incorrect AI information. Noise creates confusion. All kinds of claims are being made, and the reality is nobody actually knows. And the reason is because it can change tomorrow. AI changes every day. There's supposedly, and I'm giving you information that others have given me, about 1,500 AI sites. But the estimate is in 3 years, there'll be 10,000 AI sites. Mm-hmm. It's a stampede. You don't need to learn how to use it. You just need to learn how to bank it. You're not going to sit there. Salespeople in general are not going to take 5 AI lessons for an hour. It's bullshit. And there's 2 sides of AI: open source and proprietary. You need answers that are proprietary, not open. Because open, everybody gets. Proprietary, only you get. And you can only access, at the moment, you can only access proprietary by subscription. So I have a subscription site. Gitomer.ai is a subscription site. My site is not a search engine. It's an answer engine. It's a sales answer engine. Cool on that?
Cool. Tell us more.
Here are the limitations from ChatGPT's own website. This is killer. ChatGPT sometimes writes plausible sounding but incorrect or nonsensical answers. Fixing the issue is challenging as there's currently no source of truth. Now, I want you to think about that, because you rely on ChatGPT. Oh yeah, I use it every day. Like, seriously? Well, I'm not saying don't use it. I'm just saying be careful when you use it, because this is from ChatGPT's own website, verbatim.
Oof.
That's pretty interesting, right?
Very.
Okay, so on my site, I put everything that I had in one place. All my books, all my ebooks, 1,600 YouTube videos, 4,000 blog posts, all my MP3s, all my articles, all my online courses, and all my seminars. Pretty good.
Nice selection. Very good.
And it comes with a sales assessment, which is how good are you? It comes with a series of questions to ask me, and you can get it in any language. In other words, if you ask me a question in Spanish or French or Chinese or Japanese, you're going to get an answer back in the same language that you sent it automatically. You don't have to tell it anything. It's AI. It's smart. It knows. It's not a search engine. It's a sales engine. And it's not a sales answer. It's also an education, because on my proprietary site, it will source where the answer came from, and then it will tell you where to go to get more answers, which is pretty cool. All right, so let me see it. I'm going to see it. Okay, good.
How it works.
Can you see it now or no?
We see. Want to see it?
Okay, now I'm going to ask if you can see this. I'm hoping. Can you see that or not?
We still
Can you
see
go?
this. Want to see it?
That's all you see?
Correct.
I'm going to stop this because that's dumb. And I'm going to stop my share, stop sharing, and I'm going to go back to sharing again, if you don't mind. But I'm going to put it up here so I see it straight away. I'm going to go to my own AI, which is very, very simple. Oh, Christ.
And Grace Cavalieri has a question. Even if you use chat to edit copy, is it dangerous to lose privacy?
Yep.
Grace,
it's not dangerous to use it. You just have to know you're losing it. If you don't know you're losing it, you have a problem. I'm going to go to Gitomer.ai. And then I'm going to try my best to share the screen again and see what happens. Cool?
You got this.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Going to go back here.
Bradley Beck made a funny.
Brad Beck is always making it funny. He's a smart guy and a funny guy.
Yes, he is.
I actually like Brad Beck. One of the few people I like in the world.
Yeah, back from our 959s.
Yep. All right, so I'm going to go on share the screen again.
Exactly, like reliving a 959, Bradley says. Great.
All right, here we go. There we go. Share. Some bitch. Can you see it now?
Yes. There you are. Welcome to Gitomer.ai.
Check out this short video.
Okay.
Will AI replace me? Relax. Here's the rule. Salespeople that use AI will replace salespeople that don't use AI. Count on that.
All right, let's talk about closing a sale. The first thing you need to understand is that there is no magic formula for closing a sale.
This is not my voice. It's my computer voice.
The reality is, it's not about the close at all. It's about the open.
Can you understand that? And I'm going to go to login. I'm going to just to show you how easy it is. Got my name, got my password. I log in. 2 seconds, I'm in there. And it remembers me probably from last time. Load history or start fresh. We're going to start fresh. And I'm going to ask any question you want. So type in a question or yell out a question. Cynthia, you tell me what it is and I'll type it in.
How do you define a great salesperson and what qualities do they need to succeed in today's market?
How do you become great at sales? Is that okay?
Works.
So it's going to answer the question here. You can see it's thinking. I got a response. It's going to pop up on the screen. Okay, and then I'm going to generate an audio response for it. And I've never read this before, but my AI will read it for me. And it's my 2009 voice that I recorded.
Becoming great at sales is not a sprint. It's a marathon that you run day by day. You see, sales mastery is about consistent daily actions that build up over time to create greatness. It's about the small, disciplined actions that you take every day towards your big goal. First, you need to develop a belief system that can't be penetrated. Believe in yourself and your product because the sale is in your head before it's in your wallet. Engage with your customers on a personal level. Build rapport and make the conversation about them, not just about making the sale. Remember, people buy for their reasons, not yours. Discover what those reasons are and tailor your approach to meet their needs. And don't forget the power of testimonials. One testimonial can be worth 100 sales pitches, so use them to prove your value. Finally, Stay a student of sales. Read, listen, and practice every day. Adapt what you learn to your own style and keep a positive attitude. Your journey to sales greatness is a daily commitment. So keep at it and enjoy the ride.
All right, now that's an answer. Nice answer. But I can type in my box more about becoming great at sales. Any question on that one? Pretty
Nope.
simple. Okay,
Nope.
but underneath, look what I've already got here. All kinds of statements about how to do it. My 10.5 commandments of selling, someplace in a book where it references how to become great. Now let's go to the next question. And this will all stay up on your screen. I'm going into my entire database. The program is still in beta mode. It'll be faster once we're out of beta mode. I'm going to generate another audio response for it. Now I'm going to go into it a little deeper. And I can ask it this question 10 times because I have a lot of stuff.
To become great at sales, there are several strategies you can implement that will set you apart and elevate your success. First and foremost, it's crucial to have a passion for what you do. If you don't love it, if you're not on fire for it, you'll lose the sale to someone who is. Your passion for excellence will lead you to master the principles of selling. One effective strategy is to learn and apply new techniques regularly. Consider learning one new strategy per day. Over a year, that's 220 new strategies at your disposal. This continuous learning process is key to becoming an expert in sales. Another strategy is to collaborate with your sales team and existing customers. Get them involved in creating the sales strategies you use.
Okay, you got it so far? You see what I'm doing?
Yes. So this is all your stuff.
I can ask more. I can ask more. I can say, how do I run a sales meeting? I can say, give me a 3-day offsite sales meeting. I can say, what's the best way to close a sale? What's the best way to make a cold call? What's the best way to set an appointment? What do I do when I lose a sale? It can anything. So I'm going to show you up here in the upper right-hand corner of my thing. There's a sales assessment, and you take, it's normally $99. You get it for free when you subscribe. And then there's another tab that says top user questions. So here are 100 questions you can ask me and people that I've interviewed. And you can get career growth development. If you're a sales leader, no problem. I have answers for questions about that as well. But here is the secret of mining my AI. So after you ask me a question and you get a response, you can say, wow, but have the presence to say more on this, more about asking questions, more about closing the sale, more about setting an appointment, anything. And you're going to get a more in-depth answer. So the depth of content on my AI platform will amaze you and enrich you. And people are sending in stuff every day. If you go back and look at, if you go to Gitomer.ai and you go to that front page, you're going to see testimonials that are already there. People have said it's changing their life because literally you can ask me a question while you're right in the middle of your sales presentation. Jeffrey, this guy's a cheap bastard and I can't get him to move off the dime. What do I do? And I'll tell you what to do. And the customer's going to go, hey, what are you doing? Now you have my response and you and the customer. It's like I'm in the room with you. And in about another month, it's going to be just directly conversational. You can talk to me and I'll talk back. AI is going to evolve in a way that's absolutely unbelievable. And I've invested a lot of money to make this happen, but that's part of the deal. If you're not willing to spend money, you're not willing to make money. Understand here, there's website sources here as well. Here. I have 1,000 columns. If you think you're a professional salesperson, could you prove it to a judge? Ooh, that's pretty interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, we like that one.
And so that's what you get when you subscribe to this process. And it's $60 a month. It's $600 for the year. You save $180. and no, you save $120. Sorry, and if you're one of the first 1,000 subscribers, and we're just about 300 right now, you'll get a second year free. So it's basically $300 a year, but you pay the $600 all at once. And then that's how the program works. It's so simple, it's so easy, and you can ask it you can get my recipe for chili. You can find out what I said about my mom. What are the major things that my mother said? What are the major things that my father said? What are the major things that Jim Rohn said? Anything you want, you got it. Any questions?
How did you get your brain in there?
It took us 2 days to compile all of my info. And then it took my AI platform about an hour to ingest everything and organize it. About an hour. It's the most powerful platform that's on the internet right now. The guy who sold Alexa to Amazon, he invented Alexa. He just formed this new platform for AI proprietary, and his customers are government agencies and Fortune 500 companies. I am a charity case because one of my best friends is best friends with the founder, and they let me on.
Wow.
I know.
Keep that relationship capital, ladies and gentlemen. You'll never know where it'll pay off.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. But does anybody have a question they want me to ask right now?
Well, how are they going to use this and show customer loyalty and keep it going? If are you doing it in person still? You're just taking this in your back pocket? What's your vision?
What do you mean?
How do you use it? Are you using it on Zoom calls? Are you using it in person? Are you?
I'm using it everywhere.
Background before you walk in.
I'm using it everywhere. Anyone who responds to me on social media, I say go to Gitomer.ai. It's smarter than I am, Cynthia. I'm just telling you, it's smarter than I am.
And faster. Can tell us who that gentleman was in that picture, probably.
Exactly. Here's the thing. I was interviewing Gerhard Schwantner, the guy that founded Selling Power magazine. And I said, ask me anything, Gerhard. Okay. And he said, Jeffrey, we did an interview for Selling Power magazine. What were the 3 main points in the interview? And I thought, holy crap. So I type it in. I get an answer in under 10 seconds. The 3 main points are there. Gerhard is blown away because I did the interview 20 years ago.
Wow. So you had the interview. So you put the interview in what form? And
everything I've ever done is on there.
But how did you input it into the system?
I have no idea. It's a miracle. You have all your files. You have all your MP3 files, your MP4 files, your books, your PDFs, everything, and it all goes in.
Eric asks, does it quote anyone or just you and Jim?
No, it'll quote anybody you want. If I've written about you, here, how about Dale Carnegie? Dale Carnegie quotes. Let's see what happens there. Anyone I've ever interviewed or talked about or written about, it'll all be in there. Even David Sandler. Here's Dale Carnegie quotes. And I can put more Dale Carnegie quotes and it'll give you more. I can put more Dale Carnegie quotes, it'll give you more. Isn't that cool?
Very cool. Put in one of my favorites, this Napoleon Hill, Truthful Living. Ambition is a contagious thing, Napoleon Hill. If you give it to the world will give it back to you in increased measure. But keep it onto yourself and you will lose it. It will take wings and fly, Napoleon Hill. We just had a birthday.
Yep.
So you
let's
wrote
see what Napoleon Hill Truthful Living quotes are all about. Everything's in there. The whole book's in there, so
people aren't going to need to buy books anymore then.
Nope.
Or your books.
Why would you want to read the book when you can just ask me a question, you get the answer.
Yeah.
You don't know where the hell it is, on what page it is or anything. Look at this.
And then you get squirreled and you look, and you see something else and then you read that for 20 minutes.
Right. But I could do more. And salespeople don't want to read. They're lazy. They just want to make a sale and make money.
Do you have a sales force selling this, or are you doing this by being on podcast?
We have a few people. We have a few people selling it, but I'm going to be adding more after next week. We just launched 2 weeks ago, and people are going nuts already.
I'm glad I have you hot off the press.
You do.
You always talk about storytelling. So how will you tell stories in this? The salesperson has to put something in there.
How do I tell better stories? Isn't that what you really want to know?
Yep.
And Cynthia, there's all kinds of things you can access that will give you me telling stories, from some of the quotes that I've got or some of the things that are up there. But here, wow, look at this. Improving your storytelling skills and
Shifting your mind.
It's so good. And you can access any one of my books. You can access videos. It'll show everything I've done.
Improving your storytelling skills is all about shifting your mindset and honing your craft. First, let's tackle the mental aspect. Instead of saying, I'm not very good at telling stories, try saying, I'm working on becoming a better storyteller. Listen to this one. This simple shift can boost your confidence and set you on the path to improvement. Now let's dive into the art of storytelling. A powerful story conveys a meaningful message,
Got it?
often through metaphors or similar situations.
There's so many things in here that will boost your ability to not just sell, but your knowledge and your wisdom so you can transfer your message.
Now, can you take a snippet out of this that might pertain to a certain customer and send it to them?
Sure.
In what form?
Copy paste.
So audio in their language or
No, you're not going to be able to do that. That guy has to subscribe. I'm not going to put this all over the internet. I'm just going to say, dude, you learn it for yourself. If you want your customer to have it, tell them to subscribe.
You've talked about this on your podcast, Sell or Die. Is it catching on there, or you haven't really exploded there yet?
Haven't exploded it yet.
Well, this will certainly help that yes attitude, because yes, you can find it in 2 seconds.
Totally. So what's the best way to transfer my message? And all these questions, by the way, I've never even asked myself before. I'm just taking pot luck that it's going to give me answers. And so far, we're doing pretty good.
Amazing.
I know. This is pretty interesting because when you're a salesperson, you want to be able to transfer your message to your customers so they'll buy. You're never going to find an answer like this anywhere.
When it comes to transferring your message effectively, it's not just about the words you say, but the attitude you bring to the table. The secret sauce? Humor, smiles, and a positive attitude. Humor is a powerful tool that can make your message not only memorable, but also relatable. When you make someone laugh, you create a connection that makes them more receptive to your message. It's like being at a comedy club. Laughter opens the door to attentive listening. But it's not just about making others laugh. It's about building your own internal attitude. Surround yourself with things that make you smile and laugh. This positive energy will naturally flow into your conversations and presentations, making your message more engaging and impactful.
And it does it every single frickin' time. And you can sit there all night long. Instead of watching Netflix and pissing your life away, drinking a glass of wine or a beer, get my AI and start. It's cheaper than a Netflix subscription. And
so let's say Dan Altmeyer buys this from you because he says your Gitomer.ai is amazing.
Yes.
So how would he implement it in his insurance and helping elderly people?
I sell insurance.
Health insurance.
If you don't ask it too specifically, you'll get answers. Then you can drill down to make it more specific.
Ah.
I sell insurance. What is the best way to get new customers? That's fair enough, isn't it?
Fair enough.
So far, it's fair enough. I sell insurance. What's the best way to get new customers? Boom. And it's saving all the answers we've done so far. Everything's here. You can go back. You can cut and paste stuff. You can put it in your Word doc, whatever. Let's see what we got. Let me generate an audio. And by the way, if I ask it on audio, it will give it back to me on audio.
And in any language?
Yep.
Amazing. You can actually work on your accents and your language skills, guys, if you're trying to pick up some Spanish or French or any other language.
When it comes to selling insurance, the key is to focus on the value you provide beyond just the policy itself. First, understand that insurance is often seen as a necessary evil, so your job is to shift that perception by selling your value and yourself as a trusted advisor.
Look how powerful.
Start by identifying what your customers are truly paying for. It's not just about the coverage, it's about the peace of mind and the trust they place in you as their agent. Leverage the power of testimonials. Let your satisfied customers.
You got it? And I can do more on insurance sales, more on insurance sales, more on insurance sales, and it'll keep giving me new information. Look, more on.
Yeah, you have any questions? What about the vets? Do you have a question here for Jeffrey Gitomer's new AI tool? Type it in the chat. Eric says he's missed opportunities because he didn't know enough Spanish.
It's not going to teach you Spanish.
But you could ask the question.
You have to fucking know Spanish. Then you can get an answer in Spanish. Look at this. More on insurance sales. And I can do more and more, and there's other stuff that I've written about it.
Hey, Dan, you see this? You have to catch up with this part. This sounds very
Dan already has it.
He has it already?
I think he does. I'm not sure.
I'll have to ask him. Dan Altmeyer, do you have this Gitomer.ai yet? What do you think about this, Kevin and Grace, Zena, Bradley, Joaquin? Everybody else that's going to catch this on the replay. It's amazing.
Let me explain something. You may not feel like you want to do it right now, but in another month, you're going to fucking panic. Like, I need this. This is not an option. This is the least expensive sales tool you'll ever own, because it's going to give you the one thing you're looking for when you're out on a sales call or you're preparing for a sales call. You're going to get answers. You know, how can I be more creative? Well, let's see what that says.
Jeffrey Wolf says powerful. Give us a question, Jeffrey Wolf. He'll put it in the chat next, and we can see what comes up. Woohoo! And thanks for joining, everybody. It's wonderful to share Jeffrey Gitomer's new toy with you, so you can be on the cutting edge.
This is amazing. How can I be more creative on my show? Look at this. It's fucking unbelievable. Pardon my French. Let's go for the more creative on your sales calls. Look at this.
To be more creative on your sales calls and engage potential clients effectively, you need to shift your approach from being just a salesperson to becoming a valuable resource. Creativity is not just about being different. It's about offering ideas and solutions that resonate with your prospects' needs and desires. Start by preparing thoroughly for each call. Walk in with insights on how you can help your client produce more and profit more, rather than just talking about your product or service. One creative strategy is to address objections before they arise. For instance, if you often hear, "We're satisfied with our current supplier," preempt this by acknowledging it up front and contrasting it with the ecstatic satisfaction and profitability your current clients experience. This not only takes away the objection, but also positions you as someone who understands their needs and can offer more value. Remember, creativity in sales is a learned skill. It requires preparation and the willingness to think differently about how you present your solutions.
All right, so you understand creativity about this. The key is keep asking me questions and you'll train me to be smarter to you. Now, I'm going to talk about one more thing that I'm doing, Cynthia. Can I start? Does anyone have another question, or can I stop sharing the screen?
Looks good. Eric B. Flanois. Oh, wait. Jeffrey Wolf says, when preparing for a sales, will this help with understanding my prospective client deeper, so I can connect better?
If you tell me what kind of person it is, I can tell you how to how do I be more meaningful to my customer? And the answer is focus on them. But I mean, I know that answer, but you can ask me if you want to in the chat. How?
Oh, he did put it in the chat. Eric, will you put back up Jeffrey Wolf's question, please?
How do I get deeper with my customer in a sales presentation? I'm paraphrasing, but you get the idea.
Yes, we got it.
Bum, bum, bum. Done generating a response. Oh my God.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Jeffrey Wolf.
It's not throwing it. I don't know. I'd be more creative. It ain't showing me what I want here. How do I get more meaningful with my client in sales? That better?
Let's see what it comes up with.
How do I spell meaningful? Why is there a red line underneath that?
It doesn't correct it when you just touch it.
Doesn't do shit. It assumes, Cynthia, that you know how to spell. I apologize.
Okay, so he's trying to understand his prospective client better.
Here we go. Boom. It's a customer-centric approach, engage in dialogue, testimonials are proof, personalization and presentation, creating meaningful, and I can go deeper, deeper, deeper. I can go here.
So he is Alex,
advantage.
Manufacturing business owner, fearing he'll have to close next year because he's not growing his profits. Can you answer that?
Say it again.
It's on the chat now from Jeffrey Wolf. Alex.
I can't see the chat.
Oh, Alex, a 52-year-old manufacturing business owner, fearing he will have to close next year because he's not growing profits.
Oh my God. How do I grow profits if I am stagnant? Correct?
It's good. Go.
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun.
It's totally crazy. It's just totally crazy.
Hi there, Jay Skinner. He's like, this is like knowing Gitomer like never before.
Exactly.
He says it's like having you in his briefcase for questions and advice at any time.
Exactly. It's exactly what it is.
Jay's come a long way since that interview
When
we
your
did.
business feels stagnant, it's time to shake things up and refocus on what truly matters, your customers. Here's the deal. If you focus on profits, you might lose sight of your customers. But if you focus on your customers, the profits will naturally follow.
Whoa.
Start by reaching out to your current customers and ask them why they choose to do business with you and why they would do so again. Then take the bold step of contacting customers you've lost to understand why they left. These insights are gold and can guide you in attracting.
In other words, this guy's willing to quit. He's already, in his mind, he's already quit. That's bullshit. So I'm going to give you strategies of how to go, at least go down in a flame. If you predict you're going to close next year, you're already done. You might as well close tomorrow.
For sure.
All right. I'm going to come back and talk to you guys and just answer questions in general. Is that okay?
Yes. So what's your advice for staying motivated and continuing to grow no matter what experience or how successful or bad your mind thoughts are?
I'm going to stop sharing wherever the hell that is. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm back to normal, whatever normal is.
Yeah,
And
well, we're back.
I just want you to understand that this is not anything like you've ever seen before. It's instant insight. And if you ask me 4 or 5 questions on the same subject, it will give you an education, not just an answer. So you use me for the moment, and then you use me forever. It's unbelievable. It's literally unbelievable. And it's smarter than me. Like, I ask myself questions, Cynthia, and I can't believe the answers I'm getting. I just can't believe it.
Amazing. It is.
Yeah.
Will says thank you. Excellent.
Don't
It's
be
like-
thanking me. Just cough it the fuck up and subscribe. Pardon my French.
Okay, so someone subscribes and they get what you show them.
Yeah.
Is there a tutorial like how to ask the questions better?
No,
or is-
yes, there is. There's a thing of frequently asked questions. Just start there and ask stuff until you get the groove.
upper
but
right corner.
It's upper right hand corner of the homepage. So it's a frequently asked questions, and it'll give you 100 questions you can ask me. That's the only lesson you need.
And how are you going to keep this fresh as AI continues to grow?
Very good question. Every morning, I'm going to get up and live, I'm going to re-educate my own system. And I'm going to invite subscribers on so they can participate. So imagine a live Zoom every morning. And if you're a subscriber to Gitomer.ai, you can be there. I'm going to specialize in certain products like real estate or insurance where it's tough, or even copier sales. Because if I have enough subscribers in that category, I'll customize it. And then you can start your question with copier, and then I'm going to go into my copier database. You can start it with insurance, I'm going to do it. You can start with real estate, and I'm going to give you a specific answer for how do I get to a close? What do I do after the customer takes ownership of their home? And it's just, I can do that and upload it instantly. It's pretty scary.
Going to take up your whole life.
Oh, well, I don't care. No, it'll take an hour during the morning. I can, it doesn't care where I am. I can be in Paris and upload my stuff.
Yes, that's a beautiful thing.
Oh yeah. But more importantly, my subscribers can join me. And you can throw your hurdles at me and I'll answer them, and it'll go up into my my database. Imagine you're a subscriber and you get to see me every morning for an hour, half an hour.
Woohoo!
Well, and people pay a lot of money right now, and I just show up for an hour and give a talk.
And now they can just make their own talk.
Bingo.
And so you've given over 2,500 presentations. Well, how are you going to do that now? You're going to just say, sign up?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm happy with what my future looks like.
Yes. What's your future look like?
A bunch of subscribers that are happy people because they're getting wisdom, and they're getting wisdom every day. And I can, if I'm in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, or if I'm in Paris, France, I can upload it every morning, and you don't know where I am, and you don't care where I am.
So you have to be consistent every day to keep teaching it?
No, I can do it anytime I want. I can notify the people that want to be notified. I can send out a list to all subscribers saying, I'm going to be online, 10 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow. And people can join if they want to.
Jay Skinner says, Jeffrey, is it weird to have your mind and heart captured in a program and then begin to talk to yourself?
I'll tell you, Jay, this is the most interesting thing. It remembers everything I've ever done, and I don't. and that's the weird part. When Gerhard asked me that question about the interview with Selling Power magazine 20 years ago, I didn't remember shit about it. And all of a sudden, there's not only is it there, it's outlined, and the three major points are outlined. And Gerhard couldn't believe it, but secretly, neither could I.
Yeah.
It's not weird. It's powerful. It's not weird. It's powerful.
And it's how you use this power.
Oh yeah, every day. And you wake up in the morning, and instead of scrolling your Instagram feed, just ask me a couple of sales questions. What do you think is going to happen? What's more valuable to you in the end? Instead of drinking, whiskey and watching Netflix, just talk to me.
Do you still offer that sales certification program that you used to do?
Yes, I don't have one on the books right now, but yes, I do, and I'm probably going to take it online.
Yeah, it makes sense. You might as well have it in here. Make it part of the curriculum.
Bingo.
So how is the sales industry going to react to this? How is it going to mesh?
Well, I'm going to tell you this. If you have my AI, you're going to be better at sales than you are right now. Just I'll guarantee it. And that what it will do is it will put you to the class, which is where every sales guy wants to be. I want to be the best. Okay, fine. Sign up and start asking me questions. You're fine. And I'm going to give you more answers than I've ever given any audience at any time in my life.
And quicker.
In 2 seconds. And no bullshit. I don't have to tell a story. There's nothing I have to do that will make it any better than it already is. This is the most powerful AI platform on the internet.
Wow.
I know.
Can you use it to write a book? What's going on with your books?
I'm writing a few books right now, but no, I'm not going to use ChatGPT to help me write my book. Sorry. I haven't done it for the first 17. There's no reason to do it now.
And are you going to put the books out in the stores, or?
Every book is in my chat. Every book is online.
So will you still release them as a hardback? Will they still be bookstores?
I don't know. It depends on what my publisher wants to do, but I'll tell you, people want the hardbound book. They still buy it all the time. Yeah. I mean, I just got a 5-figure check from Wiley for royalties, but AI is better.
And they still want to meet the author and have that human experience.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I have 2 of every book, but the ones that I keep pristine are the ones that are autographed.
Yeah. Cool.
Right. So my library is full of 2 of each book. The one I write in and take notes and carry around, and then the ones that I have signed to me that I'm like,
I love that. Cool. Yeah, way to go. I love that. Cool.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. What would you like to leave our audience with this evening?
1, stay away from idiots, because there's a ton of them out there right now. Some of them posing as gurus, but just you know what to do. You already know what to do. You're just not doing it. I'm not going to give you insight about how to use your time. You're just a procrastinator. I'm not going to talk to you about why you're fat. You already know why you're fat. There's too many potato chips. Just cut them out. And so you put yourself in a position where you know the answers. I might be able to reinforce you, but I can't give you a new answer that you don't know. When you come to my AI training in the morning, and it probably won't start next week. It'll probably start the week after, but you're going to get a lesson every day, and I'll answer your specific questions about what's on your mind. Think about that. What's the value of spending an hour with me every frickin' day of the week and having a good time? And I mean, okay, there's one other thing that's going to happen. Once we pass 1,000 subscribers, there's going to be two versions of my AI. One is politically correct Jeffrey. The other is Jersey Jeffrey, where I'm going to tell you how smart or stupid that question is with a few F-bombs in it. And it will be the most viral thing on the internet ever. Ever. And some people won't like it. I don't care. The people who like it will guard it with their lives because it's real. And I can tell you this, there's a lot of people out there that don't like swearing and they don't like language, but there's a lot more people that do. They want someone who's real. And you can, if you know me, you know that there's a no bullshit part of my life. And
well, that's perfect. You'll serve all peoples because you've got both audiences
all the time.
That's very clever. Very clever. And then you can put dirtier humor in the other one, the New Jersey.
Yeah. Which do you think people are going to go for? I'm going to make an upcharge for Dirty Jeffrey, and I guarantee you there'll be more subscribers for that.
Oh, we'll have to find out in 1 year. We'll do a check-in, guys. Put it on your list.
Perfect. I can't wait.
It sounds true, doesn't it? Because humor sells, stories sell, fun sells.
Yep.
Well, we're so happy to have you. So, guys, you can get to Gitomer.ai. You can join Jeffrey. You can go on now, and you can just see some of the stuff that he's doing and catch up. If you've been living in a hole since the 959 stopped, I know many people had withdrawals, but we still teach them. You could do it at 959 and pull the group back.
I'll tell you, I've had many thoughts about it. I still my phone is still set at 9:57. So because I know I got 2 more minutes to play because I'm never late for it. Okay, if there was like half a dozen times when I was late over a 2-year period of time, and people would text me, "Are you okay? Is everything okay? Where are you?"
Yeah, and who did I used to race to be first?
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people wanted to be first. That's funny.
I won most of the time, though. They even gave me that.
Cool.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Listen to your gut. You know that little voice they always say, well, I always knew from way down there? That's the one that's your truth. So when you're asking anything, going out in the world, listen, do the right thing, be happy, prosperous, make wise choices. Thank you so much for joining us. Please share this out. Please tell everybody that Gitomer's got a new toy, and there's going to be 2 versions. Woohoo! Jeffrey Will says thank you, and we thank all of our visitors that are here and in the future, and we look forward to seeing you on the new Gitomer.ai platform. See you next week, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Cynthia Manion Show. Now, Jeffrey, you'll step into the green room, we'll chat and talk about how amazing